Hey everybody, this is John, and welcome to the free video. So, very quiet day. Wednesday or Tuesday was the quietest, i.e., lowest volume trading day of the year, and then Wednesday was not, or what's today? Thursday? Where am I? Thursday was not far behind that. So, I guess really the biggest question here is that the markets are waiting. The S&Ps have retested the January highs, and now they're digesting that move, and so is the Nasdaq digesting that move. And the question is are we gearing up to explode higher from here, or is the market just ready to take a breather? Okay. Now everything that's happening here is pretty bullish. This is a very classic case of if you're sitting there and you're bullish and you're long call options, it's days like this are your worst nightmare because the market is deliberately sucking the premium out of the market, out of your account, okay? And just kind of taking advantage of, hey, if you're long here, you're not really buying anymore, but you're not getting out of it, right? And so the market is just kind of trading sideways. And, stocks like Amazon, which, looks great here, but yeah, same thing. It's like, okay, you do have stocks like Nvidia that, man, they did this great recovery, but in general, the market here is just kind of catching its breath. And there's a couple of things to kind of keep in mind with this, is that this is something that it's indicative of this current market where we're having kind of a violent movement followed by 10 days of kind of chop, right? And it's something that if you're not aware of that, it can get caught unawares. And we also want to know where the next squeezes are setting up. There's one setting up in financials that I think is going to be interesting, and there's one setting up in biotech that's going to be interesting, as well as some individual short interest stocks, which I'll talk about more in the premium video. But we do have a lot of interesting, high short interest stocks trading within 10% of new all-time highs and have squeezes that are setting it up for some very, very interesting runs, and we just kind of keep an eye on that. And so the main question on something like this is just how do you trade and set up positions in this kind of a market for just to really put the odds of success in your favor. So a question that pops up in this kind of environment is how to structure my trades if you're doing options, and it's critical. So if I do have a stock like this, like WWE, wrestling stock, this is a very bullish chart pattern. We've got a daily squeeze. So this is one where you'll notice I'm just buying a call. In this case, I'm buying it 57 days out as to minimize theta decay. Okay, it's only $39 a day in theta decay. And that way, the theta decay part of it isn't too big of a deal while I wait over the next 2 weeks to see how the squeeze resolves itself. And since it has high short interest, and since it's within 10% of new 52-week highs, I just want to have a call on this, right? But this is a unique situation. This isn't like the rest of the market. So the couple things that you want to keep in mind in this market is the structure, okay, of your trade, but also the structure of your portfolio. Otherwise, it's just going to be very, very frustrating. So yeah, in that situation, long call. XLY, where I'm not expecting some fantastic crazy thing, I'm bullish on it, but I'm doing it as a debit spread to put the odds in my favor. Okay, it's like in this case, I just want to grind out a little bit of money every day, a little bit of income every day on this kind of a trade. And then from here, we can compare this to now, which this is a trade I did in the room. And you can see here, yeah, I've got some long calls that are 29 days out, but I've also sold some 185 calls against it that expire this week. Now, in a perfect world, what will happen is now we'll actually close below 185. Okay, I get to keep all this money and then ride the long call in the next week. Now, that may not happen. Maybe maybe we go to 187 and then I just need to close out the entire thing at a profit, okay? But what's happening with this is I'm putting the odds in my favor, okay? Yesterday now was pretty choppy and actually pulled back, but my overall P&L actually stayed pretty high because we made a lot of money on that sold call. That's how you balance out in this kind of market. That's how you're able to hold on to these positions in this kind of a market. And then the other thing with this too is making sure that you've got positions that take advantage of weakness and chop. And so we did that with these XPX call credit spreads, which we sold for $2.65. Right now, they are $1.97, so we're profitable on this trade. That doesn't mean that the trade's going to work, but we've positioned our portfolios for success. If we've got a choppy market, this is the kind of trade that benefits from a choppy market. So all this ties into a class that Danielle's going to be doing on Saturday, and I'm going to be helping her out with some of the live trading parts of this. But it is being able to examine setups that you like and understanding how to structure those trades. You know, why would you do a credit spread instead of just buying a straight out directional, you know, call or put? So the strategy part of this is $397. It'll be this Saturday, the 25th. Now, if you are a gold member, you do get $100 off. Okay. If you're not a gold member, if you look here, let me scroll here real quick. If you scroll, you'll see right here it says, hey, gold member saves $100. Not a member yet, just sign up here and you can get gold member pricing today. So you can just do the trial and still take advantage of it. And then look, just cancel it, right? If you don't want it, that's totally fine. The live trading is going to be August 28th, 29th, and 30th. And then this will be Danielle, and I'll also be doing some sessions in here as well, talking specifically about things like, look, this is when you want to structure like a diagonal, or this is when you want to do something like this. So this will include the strategy class. Danielle and I each are going to talk about trading psychology, and then 3 days of live trading. And then we are going to be doing our first live event in San Francisco. And this will be, again, an in-person event. And if you do this and sign up for the live event, then you get this and this for free, or they're included. So it's a very, very good discount on doing a live event. Okay, and that'll be, again, in San Francisco. And that will be, if the dates are on here, but it's at the end of October. So we'll get you those specific dates. So that's what we got. This is going to be a great class. It's very good timing in terms of the way this market is right now. If you've got setups that aren't working for you, guess what? It's not the setup, it's how you're structuring the trade around it. And this is the class that says, kind of takes you through that process of understanding how to best structure your trades in this current environment so you can produce a consistent income from the markets. All right. If you go to simplertrading.com/5, it'll take you to the page. All right. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.